1989 Kawasaki. Wait, this isn't a Kawasaki? But you said this was the fastest lamb spike you could get. A Honda? Hondas are slow. Kawasaki's where it's at. I just thought you had taste and didn't get a green one. 1989 Honda CBR 250 RR. While it may not be the fastest lambs-proof motorcycle out there, at least it ain't Kermit Green.
This is a 249cc inline-4 motorcycle that back in the day claimed around 45 ponies at 15,000 RPM. It includes a very forgiving 6-speed wet clutch, which is great if you're into riding the hell out of them. Of course, being an old bike, the CBR certainly bears its fair share of battle scars. The carbs feel a bit off, and especially lower down, you can feel it choke a little bit. The power delivery is nice, but tame, certainly not the 45 horsepower it claimed back in the 90s. Cosmetics? Not a fan. It's mostly those headlights. Two googly eyes that don't match up with the body styling has aged this little gem rather badly. Contrary to Honda's claim of the MC22 having a much more race-inspired seating position, I find it feels very upright and much lower compared to its predecessors. Certainly an easier bike to commute on, but I feel the leg space may be an issue, especially for those lucky few gifted with the ability to reach heights exceeding that of your average 8-year-old. The sound is glorious, and it's almost a sin to resist twisting the throttle a little closer to that 19k redline. Open that throttle up past 10 and she screams into life, transforming into that track-inspired machine that makes even the manliest of men giggle like a little schoolgirl. Below that golden 10,000 RPM, this bike is very tame, with just enough grunt to get you out of sticky situations, like a car unexpectedly pulling up beside you. The seat is very comfortable, and with that pillion seat and retractable pegs in the rear, it's a great little bike to take your high school crush out on. Once you've exceeded 10k, however, the bike becomes something else entirely. Like Jekyll and Hyde, all that was comfortable, tame, and all quite lovely explodes into a frenzy. Pipes screaming the notes of an engine hitting north of 12k sends your heart pounding, and everyone within earshot is in awe of the turbine-sounding rocket blasting off into the sunset. It turns very well, but I still find myself trying to fight it a little bit. The brakes definitely need a little attention, but I think that's more of a maintenance thing rather than having bad brakes from factory. With two 275mm front discs and two twin-pot calipers, I'll certainly give the benefit of the doubt. Would I own one? Maybe. It's more of a case of been there, done that for me, as I once had one of these puppies, albeit an older model, and unfortunately she gave me nothing but a sour taste in my mouth by the end of it. I would, however, strongly recommend this to any mechanically competent rider who wanted a fun, old learner's bike and wasn't afraid of getting their hands dirty every so often. I also have to stress to not just go out and buy the cheapest one you can find. When it comes to old bikes, especially the old 250s, you really do get what you pay for, so make sure you do your research beforehand. This is a great reminder of how superb and pure these old inline 4s were, and I strongly recommend to anyone who has yet to taste the fury of an old 250 to hop on one and experience it while you can. It is indeed an experience I can guarantee you will never forget.